Hello Dissenters, my name is Italix and I am here today back in Castle Story, and here we are building up this castle, trying to make a castle. It's starting to look pretty nice. We've got it too high all the way around the front so no Corruptrons can climb up and over. They're going to be trying to get in through the door or otherwise breaking through the wall, which is 2 blocks thick, so that's not going to be really easy for them, thankfully. We've got 2 minutes until wave 5 begins. We got this quadrant fully secured with Juju on top, ready to snipe with arrows. A Tintin warrior just waiting outside the front door to defend it. Somebody defending this door as well, Frou, and somebody over here on this wall just for anyone that comes from this quadrant. I guess it's not a quadrant if there's only 3 areas, but you know what I mean. Anyways, we need some more archers. We probably need some more workers as well, but since everything's so close together, we really don't need more workers just yet, so let's get another archer instead, and we can put him up on this little corner. So we can have 2 archers guarding over here, and we can spread these archers out just so that they can shoot a little bit more efficiently. So one can go over by the door, and the other one can shoot anyone who comes from this angle. I've got a little bit of a structure going here for some scaffolding so that we can have a little platform for everybody to be walking on, so this should fit perfectly. There's going to be a few gaps, so we can fill in those gaps with some more of these wooden beams, so that'll kind of fill it in so it doesn't look so holy, so people don't fall down in between it. And of course we're going to build up this brick layer, one more. And then after getting this one higher, I'm going to start building some areas for the archers to sit in and hopefully protect them from one another, either throwing them inside a little cubicle so they don't shoot each other or finding some other creative way to deal with it. Now, I don't want people to be out there cutting logs at the moment because obviously we have to worry about the Corruptrons who are on their way at this exact moment. So let's check it out and see how many are going to be coming. I think there's 11 in total. 1 has already been sniped in the face. There are 2 more being shot over on this angle. We've got Tintin doing his job as well, but that thing gonna be sticking in the head. Where, Gecko, get in there, buddy. Boom, you get in there too. I'm scared that all my people are gonna die. Here come the rest of them, the Corruptrons hanging from the side. We got Tao on the left, doing some hacking and slashing. Frou is beasting on some dudes as well. When they get this close, the archers can't seem to shoot straight down. And how did this get damaged? Did they attack this somehow? I don't know why that brick is damaged. Maybe they attacked it at some other point when I wasn't paying attention. Now everyone can get back to work and continue the building process. 2 people on building. Peter is just kind of hanging out down here. You can have you chopping down some wood. And we need to get rid of some of these bricks because right now the miners have nowhere to put their bricks. So my plan at the moment is to first get this outer wall built up. And I know some of you were asking, Italix, aren't you supposed to protect the crystal? Like, isn't that the main goal? For whatever reason, the Corruptrons do not seem to be attacking the crystal. They seem to just try to kill everyone first. So I think I can ignore putting a wall around the crystal for now, but it's not impossible for me to form a little barrier around the crystal if I so choose. I can make like a circle. So it could be starting here, it could just be like a circle around this, and then I could just have archers all the way around it. I could also have a higher inner wall so that more archers can shoot from above. But that might be dangerous because they might end up shooting their own friendly archers. We're going to have to work on some archer protection services. That's going to be my goal. Trying to make sure as much friendly fire as possible is avoided. So I know this is going to look like kind of a chumpy castle as far as the walls go, but it is necessary. You can see I've created kind of a pocket here, so Joe would like sit in this pocket, and there would be another stone next to him so that hopefully he couldn't shoot over it and into the other archers. We'll have to see if that's possible still. It's going to take a little experimentation. If we have to, we can try building up certain blocks even higher to protect fellow archers, and it may make them more inefficient in terms of how many people the archers actually kill. We might have to start focusing on some warriors. That was creepy. You can see the shadow of the Corruptrons running in the distance. That just looked terrifying. We got a bunch on this side, apparently. 3 charging the door right up front. Tintin, a little confused, gonna go backstab somebody. Hopefully he can kill this last Corruptron before the door is broken down. Over here on this side with 2 waves coming from 2 different angles over to 1 wall. It's kind of going to make for a tricky disposition for our heroes because there's going to be so many more that our warriors have to compete with. You can see we've already got yellow health right here and he's breaking down one of the walls. So that could make things problematic in the future just because we are going to be having a wave coming from this little aisle and a wave coming from this side at the same time. Trying to defend against both of those at the same time is going to prove difficult. So in the meantime, while they're building up the foundations of this castle, I'm going to try to show you what I've been doing here. First is just a giant row of arches, which does look kind of silly, I know. However, what I'm trying to do with it is like this. Make a small little cubicle, so you can see how an archer could fit in right here and hopefully be safe from the back and the side and just be enclosed. And the archers will still be able to climb up fairly easily from the wall itself into their cubicles without having to be delayed too much. So we just kind of alternate back and forth like so. And now we got the issue of having kind of an open cubicle. Hopefully no one will die there. Should be fine. Then we got to put some more arches down. Now, when we get to the zigzag area, I might need to do a different strategy here because it's just going to be difficult to do the alternating pattern that I was just showing you. So I'm going to have to come up with something else for this little diagonal. However, it is going to work, hopefully, on this edge as well. So we're just going to put a whole bunch of these arches down over here. Lift up the area that the archers are going to be sitting on just that much higher, and then start with the alternating pattern. So we're going to just place one in the back and then continue to alternate until we have enough little pouches for just an army of archers all sitting side by side, all hopefully protected from their fellow archers' arrows. I can't help but dream of a beautiful castle rising over this mine. Just get all this scaffolding completed and then have another layer twice as high as this one right behind it with even more archers aboard, just shooting arrows from so far away, hitting little corruptrons in the head. Cute though they may be, we must murder them all. And then having finally a center tower just spiraling up to the heavens. Probably never going to happen because it's so difficult to build vertically because of stairs. But I can dream, can't I? And then having a little circle around this little crystal, kind of like a godswood in Game of Thrones. And we got to rescue our wee little lumberjacks because there's only 8 seconds left until everyone spawns. And Gato, we can't have you delivering any crystals to the crystal. That would just be unhealthy right now. But look at the scaffolding. It's patchwork, sure, but it's becoming walkable. At least people can walk on it. Look, it's being built up even more. We've got 5 archers now. So we're starting to get a little bit more of our forces up and running. Our archer posts are not yet complete, but so far we've had no friendly fire incidents. Thank goodness. We just don't have enough archers that they can't shoot each other just yet. They're spread out fairly well. And we're doing a pretty good job taking care of these corruptrons. They're dying pretty early on, but it won't be long before 50 of them are flooding the screen, slowing the computer down. That's kind of the hardest part of this game is, even if you survive that long, your computer will not. As the sun rises over our small story of castle, we're going to say goodbye as these 2 corruptrons freeze on top of this little log. Unsure of where to go, they finally had an epiphany and figured it out. Gato, what are you doing, buddy? They always like to just kind of sit around and meditate on life. We're going to do a little follow camera movement. That is some crazy mountain climbing that he just did there. He just kind of popped right on up and he's going to stand under a tree while it collapses on top of his head. You guys are really unsafe. We're going to have to renegotiate the safety clause of your contract there because I take no responsibility for your deaths. There's the sun peeking out over the trees. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I am going to be continuing my castle story, hopefully getting a lovely looking castle. Obviously, we're still in the very early stages. We just need some more time in the oven to bake into a giant sprawling castle with some more stories and levels and elevation and catapults. Because what castle is complete without a catapult? Not this one. Even if we only shoot explosive rounds at ourselves, it'll be fine and fun. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you like Castle's story and you want to see more in the series, please let me know by leaving me a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. My name is Italix, and I will see you next time.